question.
Which was the best or worst out of these two? Magic Mike XXL or Terminator Gen 6?
I think Terminator fucking rubbish. Is what that actually says.
But go on, son.
I don't care what you guys think. Look, okay, I know that it wasn't a great film, but I enjoyed it. I liked it. I liked everything about it. I really did. I got into that world and I was fine with it. Maybe it has something to do with being at the IMAX screen. It was just cool for me, man.
Kyle Reese came across as a whiny little bitch who was more interested in fucking the Khaleesi than he was in actually doing what he was there to do.
Listen,
Jai Courtney.
Listen,
Jai
I know
fucking Courtney.
I know it wasn't the greatest film, but for some reason,
You can't just repeat that.
I have to know because I've got nothing more to say.
Terminator obviously has to be the biggest disappointment, man. Because there's so much history. There's so much history with Terminator though, man.
Terminator had so much potential.
Hard.
It failed so badly.
Hard.
And it fucked up the timeline. Then it made me think to myself, well, what was the point? If you went all the way back then to when Joan Connor was, what's her name? Sarah Connor. I thought Joan Collins, whatever, was a child. And then, like, it just made no sense. It was just so dumb.
So Magic Mike.
No, that was even worse. Magic Mike. You've done all of this to start your own business, and then in the second one, I don't know whether your business is doing well or not. I think it is, and then you decide I'm going to go on the road for a last hurrah, but that wasn't actually quite clear. And then you go around stripping, some great dance moments.
So basically, the thumbs down.
It was just shit.
Yeah.
Pointless shit.
Oh yeah.
Might as well have turned that into a TV series along with Entourage, and yeah, it was shit.
That would actually be an interesting crossover. That would actually work. Magic Entourage.
Was that trailer just looked fantastic? I thought they're messing with the timeline. They're doing some time travel.
The movie's in the trailer.
Yeah, I was so wrong about that.
The twist is right there. Oh my
Listen,
God.
you guys are just way too harsh on the film. Seeing Arnold back, look, come on, Arnold was
That
good.
was the one.
He was very good.
Right, okay.
I'll give you that. He was good.
He was good. Okay, fine. Sarah Connor wasn't great. Carl Reese wasn't great. But Arnold drove the film, and I was fine with it.
July the 3rd saw the release of a documentary called Cartel Land. If you haven't seen this and you've been curious about what goes on in Mexico, the sort of drug trade that enters into the States and just the madness of the cartels that control that part of the world, this will open your eyes and just be like, holy shit. It also shows you the fight of the locals in this particular town that are fighting against the cartels. It's a great documentary. I think it's on Netflix now, so you guys should check it out. If you've been ignorant about that whole shit and just been curious to check it out, and yeah, watch it. It's crazy. But yeah, July the 10th saw the release of Minions, one of the big billion-dollar movies of this year.
I can't watch Minions.
I tried. Actually, I did watch it. What am I saying? Did not like it.
I would love it, but I can't listen to that voice for like an hour and a half.
Banana.
It's just so dumb.
Banana. So let's skip to something that I did enjoy this year. July the 17th saw the release of Marvel's Ant-Man.
Ant-Man was friggin' awesome. It was one that I really strongly thought, okay, Marvel, this time you've got it wrong and you're gonna fail. But how excited was I when I looked at the film?
It was great, man. A lot of people were saying that this is going to be Marvel's first flop. They finally bitten off more than they can chew. This isn't going to work. But then they pulled it off, man. Everyone was great in it. The action was fun. Paul Rudd was hilarious.
Yeah,
even with all the drama going into it, losing Edgar Wright, who was originally going to be directing it.
The chemistry between all the characters was balanced. It was spot on. Action was decent.
Yeah.
There wasn't too much. There wasn't too little. Nicely presented. What more do you want from a film like this?
Michael Peña's hilarious in it when he's telling his stories.
I was going to say, did you
I did not get a chance to get to the cinema. I'm really looking forward to watching it now that it's out for renting on Blu-ray. It's not. I didn't go and see it because I didn't want to see it. I literally just did not get a chance to get to the cinema.
Or did you go to the cinema with a lady?
July the 24th. So a few disappointments. Namely, the two main ones being Pixels and Southpaw.
I like Southpaw.
It is a good and okay
I like
film,
Southpaw.
but when you compare it to something like Creed, that's what I expected Southpaw to do. That's the feeling I expected Southpaw to give me in the movie, and it just didn't.
No,
Even the fights were just there was just nothing. There was nothing
To
there.
be fair, I had better fight scenes than Creed.
No.
Creed has the worst choreography I've seen since Jessica Jones.
No.
Fact.
No.
Did you
Nope.
watch the last fight in Creed?
I did.
Oh my God.
It could have been harder hitting, but to say that
God.
Southpaw, which had zero power in those punches,
It still looked more realistic than Creed.
That fight in the first big fight he has, where it's just one take, that was just beautifully done, beautifully shot, beautifully choreographed.
And I think it was Creed is a brilliant film. But Southpaw, I think was slightly better.
Oh,
And a lot more grittier. Yeah, I said it. It's not every day you see the wife getting blown away, and then there's the
which
man
we all
who's
saw in the
falling
friggin'
from
trailer.
grace.
Everything we saw in the trailer. So
You know, and again, then having to work,
drama.
watching a man work hard, not only to get his self-respect back and to make a living, but his daughter as well. You know, I think it had more of a story than Creed.
I can see that. Because, like I said, the potential of Southpaw was great. And Jake Gyllenhaal gave a good performance, but I just felt the movie itself just let him down.
Top 5 actors at the moment.
Yeah. But the movie itself just let him down, man. It just wasn't. This didn't make good on him, man. At all.
I don't think it was that bad. Creed, again, there's nothing bad to say about Creed, but you know.
July the 29th saw the release of Vacation, National Lampoon's Returns.
Did you check that out, Mo?
You know what? I really don't know if I want to watch that because I love the original so much.
Yeah,
It's like one of those films I used to watch so much as a teenager.
Which ones?
All of them, apart from Vegas.
Yeah. You see, he introduced me to all those films. I didn't know anything about them until he said you got to check them out back when we were kids. But we went to watch it, and it wasn't a great film, but we had fun with it.
Technically, I don't think it did very well. Didn't really get highly rated, but it does what it says on the tin. It's a stupid but fun and funny movie. I found it funny. We found it funny.
Yeah.
Are all the jokes in the trailer?
Look, no. However,
Most of them are.
There's
but
like one that isn't.
What about Pixels then? The movie you were really excited for, really. Despite everyone warning you, it's gonna be garbage. You were like,
hold me up. Oh my God, hold me up.
you were like, it's gonna be great. I can't wait. How can you go wrong? Pac-Man's in this shit.
You had Nintendo characters, you had retro characters, you had gaming history, you even had the maker of Pac-Man in your freaking movie. And you know what? You even had Donkey Kong. Like, Adam Sandler, what the fuck is wrong with you? Jesus Christ. Moving on.
Yeah, July the 31st saw the release of Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Best film of the year, action-wise. Best summer film. Yeah.
Would you be surprised if I said I actually didn't enjoy it?
Really?
I thought it just went on for too long. It was confusing.
What's confusing about it?
This whole sort of this. I remember watching it and thinking, I actually don't care that there's this other organisation in the shadows, and it just wasn't kind of. He seemed so obsessed. It just didn't gel. I really enjoyed the previous one, so I was really looking forward to this, and I was kind of like.
That surprised me. I really liked it.
yeah, I had a lot of fun with the film. I didn't think it was a great film, but hey, I didn't mind sitting through this film because at the same time I just thought it was pretty cool.
Guess I'm on my own in that. I thought it was pretty damn cool, man. I loved it. I loved the female presence of I forget the actress's name, but she's been great, and they're bringing her back for the next one. What I think it could have done with though was a better actor to play the bad guy. I think the guy that they had was just.
You know, the more
flat.
the more we're talking about it, the more I'm kind of leaning towards Mo's direction. I thought it was an okay film. I didn't. I did. I just sorry guys. I just thought it was okay. Yeah.
But Fantastic Bloody Four. Lord have mercy.
Best movie of the fucking year! Oh, sorry, I thought you said Star Wars.
Yeah, you didn't see it, did you? Cool, but you did.
No, I didn't because you told me to see it.
It's me.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, I was gonna watch it, but then I saw your review and I decided not to go.
If I have Fantastic Four, Fast and Furious,
No.
Terminator Genesis,
That's close.
Jupiter Ascending,
That's
all
perfect.
in one fucking line. Who would I shoot first?
The biggest disappointment of the year, dear effing gods. We just did a podcast earlier today where we watched Star Wars, the Christmas special. I would rather watch that
No way.
than watch this. Yes.
My God.
No way.
You know, sometimes I don't see a film at the cinema and you're kind of like, I've got nothing to do on a Saturday night, I'll watch it. I am never going to watch this.
Oh,
thing.
you
Ever.
should.
Never.
But as a point of reference for that water cooler conversation, it needs to be seen.
Is
People
this
actually
gonna
like
kill-
it.
Is this going to kill the franchise?
Oh, yeah,
Will they stop making it?
They're not making on what? They pulled it off of the next one off of the schedule. Yeah, it's.
So there's hope that this may go back to Marvel now.
I don't know about that, but
August the 14th saw the release of Man from U.N.C.L.E. straight out of Compton and Good Night Mummy.
Man from U.N.C.L.E. The only good thing that did was show that Henry Cavill. The only good thing, and it showed that he should be the next Bond. I hated the comedy. It was crap.
No.
Action
Loved
scenes were alright.
Loved it. Loved it.
And everyone's like, no, he can't be James Bond because of Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Loved it.
Actually thought that would turn into a series.
loved it.
Hell, fuck.
I loved it.
It was alright.
But you people let it die.
It was crap. That's why
Your
they let it
fault.
die. It was
People
crap.
like you.
It was crap.
You
It was crap.
didn't
It was
go
crap.
to see it in the
was crap.
cinema.
It was crap.
We will never
It
get
was
another
crap.
one now.
It was crap.
It was good.
It was crap.
The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I loved.
oh,
Yes, I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it.
oh.
Yes, absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. One of the films that, again, I had no expectation for, but funny, enjoyable.
Yeah, Henry Cavill.
Yep.
Slick as can be.
Yeah.
Annoyingly handsome. As the man saying that, it's just so handsome, it's just annoying. It's like, God.
Would you say super handsome?
He is. But then it also features Alyssa Vikander, who's in Ex Machina.
Oh my God,
So
gorgeous.
it's to see her progress in her career. It's
Yeah.
Guy Ritchie, but yeah, like I said, it didn't do great. So sadly, this ain't gonna be the beginning of a franchise. But I really enjoyed this. It's a shame that it hasn't really.
Yeah, a lot of twists and turns in that film. I liked
It
it.
was a lot of fun. Really stylized, cool music, beautifully directed.
Straight out of Compton, the crazy mother named Ice Cube from the gang called With Attitude. Brilliant
Now
film.
you edit yourself. Jesus.
Brilliant film.
Yes. No one expected that shit to
But
be good.
very unrealistic.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre,
That made him
you
like a
ain't no
superhero.
superhero, dude. You got Boyd, man. I like you, man, but let's be real, yeah? Suge Knight bullied you out of freaking Death Row. Don't make it out like you left and then I'm gonna do my own thing. What's it called? Aftermath.
I expected not to enjoy this at all. It was absolutely fantastic.
It was.
I knew very little about the background of the band. I obviously knew the music. Didn't really know anything about them.
And don't act like Eazy-E sat there crying because he saw a poster of freaking Dre Day. Like, dude, stop it.
Chronic.
Stop it.
Yeah, but it was
It was
still
definitely good.
I want a part 2. We won't get it. They're making some other crappy 2-pack one now. The guy that got looks kind of like him, but nah.
But he's not an actor. And he could suck, and frankly,
He will suck. He will suck.
So August the 21st saw the release of American Ultra. And you guys need to see that.
Yep, I saw that. I was looking really forward to watching it. And I watched it and I was kind of like, that was an interesting concept. Where was the movie?
Exactly.
American Ultra sucked.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, I went
and
in
if
there.
you're a Kirsten Stewart fan, blow me, you can't tell me nothing.
Kristen Stewart.
Whatever. Kristen.
She in
she
a
was
good
good.
indie film, she's fine. I reckon she should have
And
been
even
the lead.
Eisenberg.
I reckon she should have been the lead. She
That
should
would
have
have
been
quite interesting.
Yeah, should have flipped it around.
But
Yeah, the movie was shit.
What was the point of that film?
It was.
Oh, the gift! I remember the gift!
You saw this.
Yeah,
you actually told me about checking it out.
It was one of those films, right, that you watch and you feel so uneasy all the way through, and you have to watch this film to actually understand what I mean. Now you saw it,
Yeah, I saw it.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we can't spoil it. We can't give away what it was because it's worth seeing if you haven't seen it.
Is this the film about the guy who has a high school friend?
Right.
Yeah, right. I haven't seen it, but it did look really interesting, and I do like Jason Bateman.
And it's mad how it all just kind of turns the whole way.
But you've got Jason Bateman, and who's the other guy?
The actor Joe Edgerton. He also directed it as well.
Yes, and it's presented and put together in such a nice way. It's
really
you're not expecting too much from this film, but when you go in, it's
once it kind of gets
big
going.
but creepy in the same way.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
We're your friends with Disney Channel boy.
Yeah, High School Musical dude.
Yeah. The chicken that is so fire, man. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that chick from the Bloodlines video, the model.
Yes.
She is hot. She is fire.
She is.
Apparently born in London. Apparently.
Really? Shit. Which part? Where was I? Not South London, clearly. But yeah, the film itself, I thought it was quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
No.
It's worth a watch. It's worth a watch. He's like a DJ with a conscience and a whole group of dickhead friends, and he's a producer and wants to do his own thing, and yeah.
So also this year we saw a small indie movie which got a lot more profile because of the director who is now going to be the director of Spider-Man.
Cop Car.
Yeah,
Oh
we
yeah,
watched that together.
check that out.
That was an enjoyable movie.
Yeah, we had a bit of fun with that. I like the chemistry that's with the two kids.
Kids were good.
Yeah.
Kids who steal a cop car from Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Creepy ass Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Then goes in pursuit of them.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like two kids on the run in the cop car that belongs to
This
Bacon.
crooked, evil
cop.
cop
Yeah.
with like bodies in the trunk and all sorts.
The crazy thing is like these kids like they're like 4 foot or 3 foot something, right? And they're like driving this cop car all around town. Like
It's good. It's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
It kind of makes you feel when you were that age what you would have felt if you got on hold of a cop car, like just the freedom, just the fun of just out on the open road.
I think that's exactly it. That as a kid looking back now, it did give you that feeling of jumping in or pretending that absolutely.
No.
Done. September the 18th saw the release of. Okay, the battery's nearly halfway, so we get through this. September the 18th saw the release of Black Mass, Everest, and Maze Runner, Scorch Trials, and Sicario.
All 4 films, brilliant. Maze Runner's too much zombie action for me.
Completely switched genres, isn't it?
Yeah, it was just like
Completely switched genres.
Come
Still
on,
okay,
man.
but
No, it was
preferred the first one.
Yeah. Sicario.
Even though I don't like how they
Del Toro.
it became his film.
He's the freaking man. And do you know what? Back to form
Solid
until I
Snake.
watched Perfect Day and it was like, fuck that.
Oh dear. I don't like how they clipped Emily Blunt's wings in this. Like they were building her up as this sort of strong, smart, intelligent, brave character, and they just kind of
Did you not just want to see her naked?
They just
I
hacked.
bet you just wanted to see her naked.
They really just took away her power, turned her into just this whimpering,
But she
scared.
was the one driving the story, which was
Yeah,
great.
and they just took the story away from her at the end
that's all good, man.
and handed it to Benicio del Toro, and it became his story. That when he faced that cartel
I think
guy.
it was so obvious from the beginning when he just sat in the room.
Yeah, it was
not
obvious
giving
from
a
the
fuck,
trailer,
but
man.
it was just, he's the fucking man.
He was, bro.
And his character was so, he needs his own film.
Okay, September the 11th. Interesting. Saw the release of The Visit. Do you remember the POV horror movie with the kids visiting their grandparents?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
This is with M. Night, isn't it?
M. Night Shyamalan.
Would that have not been enough to say I don't want to watch this?
This film was a weird one.
I think you should watch this one. It's a change of pace for him.
Yeah.
Kind of going back to his roots in a way.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
dead people in the movie.
part of I don't want to ruin it. Yeah, seeing it. It's one of the ones you can ruin. Your experience of the film is affected by how much you know about it.
Yeah.
The thing is, it worked. I think partly because we were there with an audience and they were lapping it up. They were reacting to all of the jump scares and everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know how well it works if you're just watching it at home on your own. So, but I think you should check it out.
Yeah, you should, but you probably need somebody there with you.
Yeah.
You know, who's into this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We went into it thinking, oh my god, it's an M. Night film, and like you, we were like, oh my god, we really shouldn't watch this. However, the reviews on it weren't too bad.
They were really good.
It was like this shift that he's going back to his old style again that got us really intrigued. And when we saw it, we were fulfilled. We thought, okay, you know what? That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I can go with this.
Brilliant. Black Mass, do you know what? Jesus Christ. What's his face? Depp.
Great.
My man, Depp.
But the movie as a whole didn't quite live up to that performance that we were.
His performance was just freaking too much. It was like Johnny Depp actually scared me. Yeah, you could see the fear people would have. Johnny Depp blew me away with that. Blew me away. The film itself, it was like...
September 16th saw the release of a movie we saw called Everest. Yeah.
Dude, did you see this film?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If you're gonna see it, it has to be seeing it on the biggest screen you can get your hands on. If you're thinking of buying a new TV, buy the biggest one you can afford and then watch this film.
This film made you feel cold.
Yes.
It made you feel
alone.
Alone.
And a coward.
Hungry.
And a coward because I will never do what these people did.
Yeah, what can you say? I came out of this and I loved this film. This is another one of my favorite films of the year, man. Mm-hmm. The chemistry between everyone on board. You felt like, because when we saw it was on the IMAX screen in 3D, you felt that you were on this journey with these guys, and it was scary, man.
Everest, great film. Not Oscar worthy, but a great film.
In what category is it not worthy? Because
actor,
physical
best
feat.
actor.
Nah.
No one.
Director.
Yeah.
At least as a nomination.
Even nomination for best movie, I think it will be there. But to be honest, that's about it. Freaking awesome story. Yeah. Awesome story.
Heartbreaking.
And told really well. And not the ending that you would have thought, which was...
It was a great story.
And the other thing, based on true life, true story, and that's what gets you even more. Yeah, especially like at the very top, talking to his wife, saying when she's saying, "Come on, honey, you can do it. You can do it." They should know it.
Way. A lot of people didn't. It did reasonable, but not.
But that's not a spoiler in any way.
October the 2nd saw the release of basically the comeback movie of Ridley Scott with The Martian.
The Martian. Do you want to bring me into this? Oh, The Martian! Guys, man, it's been a long day, Eddie. It's been a long day, and we started the long day with that crowd. We also started in 26. Okay, The Martian.
Yes.
Did you see The Martian?
I did see The Martian.
Oh,
go on.
And I read the book.
Go on.
I kind of wish I hadn't read the book before seeing the film.
Yeah, I've given up reading books before films because it does ruin the experience.
On the one hand, reading the book gave me lots of background information, which made the movie better in places because you understood stuff. But at the same time, it's kind of like This guy's not in real danger. He could step out at any time, take off his helmet. It's like he was on a summer camp. They took out like so much of like the danger that he was in. Like that journey from the Hab to the other rocket was like about 5 minutes in the film. Where in the book it's like, you know, that's a good hour's read.
The Martian.
It was a good film.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a great film. Again, it's one that I border on the 6.5 at best.
We'll have to give it about an 8. I enjoyed The Martian.
It was funny because do you know what it was for me? I don't know if I'll say Matt Damon was the wrong person for the role.
Nope.
But I just feel like I'm not being funny. I've been stranded on fucking Mars. It could be the last place
he's
I see.
trained to do.
Someone
He isn't
else said
trained
this,
to lose
but
his
hold on
mind.
a second. I'm not being funny, right?
He's a military man. He's been doing
Okay.
this shit for decades.
Okay, no problem. On the planet Earth, maybe. On a hostile planet that we know nothing about and we're there to collect stuff so we can...
Psychological tests establish people who are weak. Who would fall apart. That's why you would never go.
This is what would happen, right? Your initial thing is, I've been left behind. How am I going to get back? I might not be able to get back, and you're going to be in a panic. Then you might start to think, how can I survive? That was all missing. It was like, straight away he was just survive, cracks jokes, blah de blah, was fat, then skinny, and then miraculously fat again. Just saying. And then the part where he gets back onto the ship.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
Agree to disagree. Loved it.
And what I really enjoyed was like everything was a challenge. Nothing. He didn't sit there in the corner with a bottle of whiskey. Like my life is over. It's all done. He was just always up for the challenge of whatever happens.
Some of the criticism I heard was why wasn't he more upset at his predicament? The guy's trained for this.
Oh yeah.
They train to be in these situations, even when it all goes to shit, to be able to just sit, focus, and think of how they're gonna work their way through it.
There's only two things you could do there. You can either fight to stay alive, or you can give up,
just lay down
and you
and
will die.
Exactly.
I would be number 2.
Yeah, the mathematics needed to survive there is something that I ain't capable of. The equations he was coming up with to work out
I
the
think I would have been alright,
tail.
guys. I think I would have been. Why are you laughing at me? I'm laughing.
Right. The same weekend saw, well, in America, I think we got to see this a bit earlier, was the release of Legends. This was Tom Hardy's.
Legends.
What are the twins called?
The Craig.
The Craig twins, yes.
The Craig.
I enjoyed that film, and he mainly because of his performance, really good. He distinguished the two of them so well.
Yeah, when you take, you know what? It's moments, it's films like this that it's films like this that really make you think how much of a good actor he is, man.
Yeah, really good.
He's very, very good, and playing those two characters so well was just, it was mind blowing for me, and I had a lot of fun with that film.
You didn't like Legends. I really did like it. I really enjoyed
Not
it.
really liked it. I liked it.
Really liked it. I liked it. No, I really liked it. You thought it was
Really is a bit.
You didn't
know.
know.
Tom Hardy, he's a funny guy. He's a funny guy because
That's
when he plays serious, he's freaking great. When he done Ronnie
and Reggie, they were wicked, both of them. That's what I was
it
saying.
was just like I loved his performance, but it was just like
he was.
when you watch
was
that, you
wicked.
think to yourself, do you know what? I'm not being funny here, but the Craigs were a bit hyped up.
Yeah, that's the film. That's
It
not
kind
really his
of
performance.
just took it all away.
A lot of power out of it.
It was like, oh God, two schizophrenics. Anywho,
Basically.
but no, it was a good film. It was a really good film. I can't take nothing away from it, and I think again, he should be up for a Best Actor. Will he
Yeah.
get it? I don't know. If a supporting actor could get Best Actor,
I reckon
he would
Leo.
for Revenant.
October the 9th saw the release of Knock Knock.
No. That, oh Lord, I didn't even want to talk about No.
Keanu.
But Steve Jobs. Give us a quick rundown. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
It could have been a great film. It was shit. Fassbender, Kate Winslet, freaking brilliant. Again, Fassbender could be out for a Best Actor based off that. He was really good.
Steven Spielberg's Bridge of Spies didn't do great. It was actually it's kind of falling through the cracks. That's a shame because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I got to see that before you, all by myself, and I actually was the one who said, Eddie, you got to go check this film out. You know what? Amazingly put together. And what can you say, right? When you get Tom Hanks and you get Steven Spielberg, put them together in a film like this, you're talking about masterpiece material, man. As far as I'm concerned.
Really enjoyable, tense. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it adds to the drama that it's, you know, a true story. That always makes it more interesting to me to know that these are real people and these are real events that actually happened. October the 16th also saw the release of Crimson Peak.
Crimson Peak. Did you see it?
I did.
Okay. We kind of agreed.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Disappointing. I was really looking forward to this. I really love the director. Yeah. October the 21st saw the movie of the year. Gem and Holograms. The Last Witch Hunter.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that.
That whole month just sucked.
That sucked. The Vin Diesel vehicle and all that. The Last Witch Hunter.
You know what? This film was so weird, right? It was. We were kind of. No, actually, we weren't. Were we? We were looking forward to it. Do you remember?
Kind of. I did want to see it.
Yeah.
I was in the mood for like a good switch off your brain popcorn action movie.
You know what?
I was in the mood for that.
Okay, this film.
And it.
Yeah, wasn't great. All right, wasn't even good. But it's one of those films that you go along the ride, but then the ending just really fucked it up, didn't it?
Right. There was also a limited release of the Netflix movie, which they simultaneously released in the cinemas, called Beasts of No Nation. Did you get to see this?
I haven't. I really would want to watch that, actually.
Should have to watch that. It is amazing.
Does this bode well for future Netflix films?
Yes, even though it didn't do well in the cinema.
Well, it was never going to. It's like, go cinema, watch it on Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. But yeah, as far as we know, a lot of people have seen it, so I think it's up for awards. Idris Elba, masterful in this. And the kid, it's heartbreaking. It's a heartbreaking story about child soldiers in a. I think they kind of make up the nation that this whole thing takes place in. It's not a real country, but basically the situations are real. Yeah, it's heartbreaking, man. It's real sad, but the acting in it is just incredible. Visually, it's amazing. Same director that did the first season of True Detective. So yeah, it is. Pedigree's out there. Worth seeing if you haven't seen it. And then there's...
It was alright.
Spectre.
Spectre's a funny one. I like Spectre because it was very grounded for a Bond film.
Oh, you're the one.
I'm the one. However, I can't deny its crappy, cheesy moments and what should we do now? And I love you after a week or 2 days.
It tried to tie up all the loose ends from all of those Daniel Craig Bond films into one little story, but it just didn't really work. Blofeld was a bit of a throwaway bad guy. Just wasn't as intimidating as they kind of promised him to be.
Yeah, when you think about Batista and the other bad guy, they weren't. They really weren't menacing in any way.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
So November the 20th saw the conclusion to the Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2. This was another one that was entertaining, but
it's the weakest one, man.
Yeah, it really was. It just didn't. I don't know.
I haven't seen it. I've seen the first two. I'm assuming nothing happens in this film, and it's all a setup for the next one.
No, there is no next one. This is the last one.
Oh, this was part 2?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So nothing happened in the first one, nothing happened in the second one.
No. The last one was good. The last one's really good. But I don't know. Too much is predictable in this last one. It fizzles out rather than goes out.
Yeah, it's a shame because this was one that we were really looking forward to.
Yeah.
And we thought that, okay, this is going to be the one that completes the saga, but it just kind of left it hanging for us, and we were slightly unfulfilled.
A better movie that came out at that same time on limited indie release was a movie called Carol, featuring Kate Blanchett and Rooney Mara. Really good film, man. Really good film. If you haven't seen it, you just want a nice, good quality, beautifully directed and acted drama, check out Carol. Like really good. Like Kate Blanchett. When has Kate Blanchett done a bad film? When? I dare you come out with one. A bad performance, a bad movie. Never. It's impossible. It's amazing. And Rooney Mara. I love her. November 25th saw the release of Creed. Man, one of the best boxing movies to come out since the good Rocky movies.
Creed, again, you've seen it. We haven't seen it yet. And I really am looking forward to this film. When I see the performance in the trailer, all right, from everyone in that film, it just looks magical, man. And am I right in thinking everyone's talking about how this is probably the best Rocky film of all time?
No, I won't go that far.
All right,
I wouldn't go as far as that. I wouldn't go as far as that. But
It's not a Rocky film though, is it? It's like he's part of the tour.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's
but-
a Creed film, but Rocky's in it. But no, what I guess what they're saying is it's one of Sylvester Stallone's best performances as Rocky.
Right, okay.
And he deserves, which I genuinely believe, he deserves the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor.
Wow.
You know what's really strange is in the trailer he actually looks as though the performance actually comes through even in those few snippets that you see.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you watch this and you can't help think to yourself the cycle that this whole franchise has taken. When you think of Sylvester Stallone as a young man in his 20s in the first movie, and then you see him as Rocky still now as this old man. I don't want to tell you where it all ends up going if you haven't seen it yet. At least you haven't seen it yet, so I don't want to ruin it for them. But just the cycle of it's Michael B. Jordan as well. It's real cool, man. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It impressed me. Definitely impressed me.
Alright, December the 18th saw the release of the one film that mattered this year, The Force Awakens.
Why are you saying booyah? You said it was alright.
It was alright. Alright. In a
See?
glorious... An
It was
alright Star
alright.
Wars film is glorious compared to any other film.
Oh, please.
So, enough
I
said.
thought Mark Bostic was the only guy who actually said it nearly lived up to the hype. Everyone else has said it hasn't.
Just
lived up
because
to
it
the hype.
doesn't live up to that doesn't mean it's a bad film.
Right, so I've seen it once and I'm going to watch it again in a couple of days.
I've seen it twice. I'm about to see it again tomorrow.
I've seen it twice. I probably will see it at least 10 more times before it
I
disappears.
saw it twice. That was cool. What did you still feel the second time seeing it?
The second time was a very different screening from the first time. First time was midnight showing in Leicester Square with everybody in that auditorium was a fan. And that was probably one of the few times where you wanted people to clap and cheer, and they all did it on cue. Second time, the theatre was a little bit emptier, they weren't fans, so you really got to process it, and I still really enjoyed it. Some of the flaws came to the surface. That whole action sequence in the freighter with those big
A lot of
monsters.
people say that.
That needs to go.
A lot of people say that. I never minded it the first time I saw it. But a lot of people say that that's the scene that they really can't stand, that it should have just been cut.
We got to see it at midnight screening as well, with the fans, with the lightsabers, with the Jedis, and we thought it was fucking awesome, man. We came out pumped. And I can't wait to watch it in the 3DX, but I'm more excited about your viewing at the Leicester Square laser projection bad boy that he went to.
I'm gonna check that out again, see what the big fuss is about. But my only problem with that scene, the freighter scene, is the way they had two actors who were in the Raid films, completely wasted. They didn't do anything. They didn't get to display their skills in any way. It was just like a little cameo.
I kind of wonder, because they're getting ready to open up the universe, whether those guys will appear in other movies.
Yeah, I think one of them survived. At
I
least.
think both of them survived. Because I remember like going around to chat rooms afterwards saying that was a pointless scene because those two guys just seemed to walk away.
Yeah. That whole remake of the Death Star, the whole Death Star remix, the Star Killer base was one remix too far, one callback too far for me. But beyond that, I loved it. Love Ray, love Finn, love Poe Dameron, love BB-8. Phasma was a bit of a waste. They could have saved Phasma so easily, making her a cult hero if that random droid, that random stormtrooper that Finn ends up fighting. Remember when he ends lightsaber?
Oh yeah.
If that was
Yeah.
Phasma, boom, she would have been awesome.
I've got a feeling they must be saving her for the next one because there was so much happening in that movie.
I'm trying to temper your expectations of it so you can
I don't have
enjoy
no
it.
expectations. I'm not a Star Wars fan.
I'm not going to be like, oh, it's amazing.
Oh, come on. Come
That's
on.
not me. That's
Come
not me.
on. Basically, it was shit.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't shit, but it was alright. And it's the worst out of the
No,
Star Wars.
it was not.
Minus Phantom Menace and all of that crap.
It was not.
Yeah.
Right, December the 25th saw the release of, we didn't see Concussion, that's next year, it'll be here, but we got to see
But it's
Joy, and we saw Hateful Eight, and we saw The Revenant. Oh, that's a nice little lineup right there.
Joy. Brilliant. I loved it.
I liked it. didn't love it. It felt like a bit
Anywho,
of a
as I
mess.
said, Joy,
It's a
loved
mess.
it. I loved it.
I love my baby. My baby. Lawrence.
Whatever.
Little
man.
one. But yeah, it was actually fascinating though, because we used to sell those, man, in macros.
Yeah, I remember them as well, bro.
That's actually great. That's what kept
When
me
I
going.
realised it was about that, I was like, no way.
Yeah. When I actually saw that, I thought, holy shit.
My missus loved it, and that was awesome.
But yeah, Lawrence was good in it though. She was really good.
She will definitely get Best Actress.
I don't think so.
Oh, who was better than her this year?
I
I haven't watched Brooklyn yet.
That was alright. Yeah, didn't I even mention Brooklyn? Yeah, Brooklyn was nice. Brooklyn was a nice film. Saoirse Ronan did a real good job. She could get a nomination, but I think Kate Blanchett
December
for
the
Carol.
4th saw the release
I
of
haven't watched Carol.
Really.
a movie which I'd heard a lot
Check
about.
this out.
People giving
But,
saying that it was
yeah,
exciting,
I
it
enjoyed
was
Joy.
scary, but you gotta
The
check this
Revenant.
out. We checked
Oh,
it
no.
out.
That's probably my. Star Wars.
Oh,
In
my
your
God.
face. It's a different character.
What Star Wars is your favourite?
Did you not watch that?
I'll take that as an
We'll get to
answer.
that discussion on the
I
second
take
one.
it into nowhere near as good as the American Dad.
Basically.
Oh my lord. Do you know what? I reckon
Hateful Eight was like a play for me, and so it made sense about the whole stage show thing that he keeps talking about. It was like a musical without the
They
music.
kind of
It was a
made it. They
stage show.
promoted it to be like. This
But did I like the
generation's
film? No, I actually
Yeah,
did,
that
and I'll be
film
honest
was
about that. It
Well,
had
it
great
sounds
moments,
like
it
they had
had
a real
great scenes, it had
opportunity
great
to do
violent
something
scenes.
different for Christmas
But I'm
movies.
getting to that point. Do I think? What's his name again? Tarantino.
when Krampus appears, it
Like,
goes all the way.
you know when
completely
things
goes
are
down.
happening for the sake of it happening, and it kind of takes away because maybe the story's weak. It felt like that, and it wasn't a weak story. It was a great story.
It was a great story.
And it was some brilliant acting, but
great
it was
acting
just
and
so
great dialogue.
dumb. It was just,
What part made it dumb? Was it just because you hate Tatum? Was it just Tatum's popping up in this? Was what took the steam out of it? Because it surprised me.
No.
It surprised me.
He actually wasn't that bad.
He wasn't. Like,
He wasn't.
It surprised me seeing him. It was like, it took me out for a second. I was like, what? I liked it. I enjoyed it. It obviously wasn't as good as Django or Inglourious or...
And even Django wasn't over exaggerated.
You sure
The way
that
it was
shootout
with
at the end? That shootout at the end?
It
That
looked like
shit?
a
With the
freaking
two-pack,
manga.
with the fucking two-pack music? Yeah, there was a lot of that shit. But, nah, it was, yeah. Not as good as the last couple, but I still enjoyed it a lot. Still enjoyed it.
Not as good as the last couple.
And you could
but
see,
it was
could you
alright.
see it, that it was supposed to be, it was originally intended to be like a Django continuation.
Yeah.
Like Samuel L's character. He was
Yeah.
a bounty hunter still. It would have been interesting if they did actually carry it out.
Samuel did really well.
Oh, and you're right, the chick, Sir Jessica Jason Leigh. Yeah. Yeah.
Why you doubt me for, bro?
She was wicked, man.
She was the best thing about that film.
What's up, nigga? In that stagecoach, she was wicked.
Yeah.
She was cool, man.
She killed it.
I want her own film on her own. It's her and the gang.
Yeah.
That I'd watch.
She's so lovely.
I,
There's something about that.
dude,
actress.
back in the day, single white female. Oh, mwah, she was wicked. I did have a thing for her.
Yeah.
Did have a thing. What was the other one with the Fast Times at Ridgemont High as well?
Oh my god.
Oh god. Yeah. Anyway, reminiscing.
Should I even ask this? The best film out of all those that we've said.
Come on, we've got to answer that question before we go. 2 films, action film, and another one of this year.
Best action film of the year, I guess, has to be Star Wars.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Mark?
Yep, I would agree with that.
Right, agree.
And
And
best just non-action drama,
right, for me.
Revenant.
Oh, Revenant. I haven't seen that. Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
Yeah, I probably would go with that as well.
Right.
Can't
okay.
argue with that. I did really enjoy that film, but but I want to say Creed as well, but no, Revenant was just so beautiful. It's just intense. The fight at the end. Oh,
That best blockbuster, not just best film, but the blockbuster film. What was your favorite of the year? You got the superhero movies. You got ones you didn't like Mad Max. And then the Star Wars. Star Wars is the best one for me, obviously, hands down.
I'll say the Revenant probably. is
No,
for me.
blockbuster.
Oh, watch. I can't even remember them. They were awful. Jeez, which ones did we even mention?
See, but then again, I do like. He doesn't, but I do like Mad Max. I had a lot of fun with Mad Max, but no, Star Wars hands down best blockbuster of the year.
In the summer movies,
Oh, Mission Impossible. That's your one.
Yeah, Mission Impossible was great. But again, I just think it's just been a shit year for films.
Still.
I don't think anyone stands out as being the best, personally. If I had to pick one, probably Mission Impossible.
Alright. Best general movie overall. You could be the one to sign and say that this is what wins best film in the Oscar. Joy, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Joy is better film than Revenant.
I just feel it had a much better and progressive story, and it had much better acting. Because Revenant, hold on, Revenant, to be fair, you are only watching two people.
It doesn't matter.
Leo and Tom. With all the people in the film, Leo and Tom. Even his son I don't give a flying toss about. Leo and Tom. And Leo didn't have a lot of dialogue. There was a lot of...
He didn't need it.
And so he portrayed emotion freaking awesome. And I think that's one of the hardest things to do as an actor. Tom Hardy steals it.
He does a good job, man.
He freaking killed it.
He does.
Yeah.
So Joy, interesting. Film of the year.
I would pick Joy.
I liked it. I was in love with it. But if it wasn't for Jennifer Lawrence being in that film, would I even bother watching?
It was a great wit.
Probably not. And did you see the bit at the end where it kind of tells you other shit? They tried to sue her for the company.
Yeah.
And she still showed them love.
It's weird.
Took care of them.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't. You're a better person than me, Joy.
Fuck her. Her own dad tried to take the company from her. Jeez.
But the speech about we built you up to be something you're really not. And I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? They chopped her down over and over and over, and that woman still carried on. Joy.
What fascinated me though is the relationship she has with her ex-husband.
I know, right?
That was really interesting, man.
I'd have still been hearing it.
I don't even think they were.
No, that's
I think she wanted.
And then she employed him.
I know.
Made him a millionaire. It's like, why?
Mad.
I can understand your best friend. She was a ride or die. But him?
But
his sister?
He always had her back though. He wasn't like the others who turned. He always had her back. He always tried to stick up for her. Revenant, hands down. I love it. It was just too powerful for me. And the fact, knowing that they went through so much hell making that movie.
Jeez, you could just see in the conditions.
No, even when they go into
slept
the
inside the fucking halls. I was like, no way. Do you know what? It's a hard one because it would be that and Joy for me.
They suffered and it went longer than it was supposed to. They delayed it. The delay because the winter didn't come soon enough for them to shoot it was what was the reason why Tom Hardy didn't get to be in the Suicide Squad like he wanted, and he was pissed about it apparently.
He shouldn't be pissed.
He wanted to be in
Suicide
Squad. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Even with Will Smith in it, which I ain't a fan, it's gonna be good. It will.
Joker has a car.
It will. Yeah, Joker needs to get from A to B.
Joker's got millions for that.
No.
He ain't driving himself and
he wants to drive himself so he can run over pedestrians. That's the Joker way. You'll see. You'll be a believer. This will be in our 2016 look back, and then he'll be saying how
he's got Batman
eating
in it.
his words,
he's got Superman in it. He's got
words,
Flash in it.
saying I was wrong.
Nah, I'm not.
Suicide Squad was the best.
And it's a 12.
So was Dark Knight.
Anyway,
look how that turned out. So people, what was your favourite of the year? Favourite blockbuster? Favourite indie? I still need to watch more, so I can't really give my opinion on best indie yet. But at the moment, I guess it'll probably be like Carol. I really enjoyed that. And best overall drama. What do you think? The best male performer of the year?
Tom Hardy.
Overall? Oh, interesting.
Tom Hardy.
I give him best supporting.
But you said best male performance overall.
Of the year, yeah.
Yeah, Tom Hardy.
Alright. I can't argue with that.
If a supporting actor could get best actor award, Tom Hardy would win over Leo. But Leo, I respect you so freaking much for the shit you do. I love every single film you do.
Yeah, he doesn't strike out. Hardly.
No.
I'm trying to think the last
Since
one.
The Beach, he's just been on the roll.
Yeah, ooh. But even that I liked. I ain't gonna lie, even I like The Beach.
Did you like Romeo and Juliet?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Like, that dude, for me, like, from,
What's it in Gilbert Grape?
What's it in Gilbert Grape?
I thought he was properly... I thought he was disabled for real. That was the first thing I ever saw him in. And I thought, wow, they got a good performance out of this disabled kid. Shit.
That's how good he was.
I thought he was for real.
Like, and for me, like, Leo is just... He's probably the most consistent. I would have given it to Daniel Day, but Daniel Day is like...
He makes a
once in a blue
every
moon.
5 years or something.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Leo, this is your year, bruv.
it's looking like
The year I get married is going to be the year you win an Oscar.
So guys, what was your favourite of the year? Your favourite drama, your favourite indie, your favourite action movie, popcorn flick, each in their own. Let me know, right? Your comments down below. If you like the video, please subscribe. Rob, I'll put it up there somewhere above his head. Give us a thumbs up. I'm Eddie Reese.
Boy Salem.
Mo.
And up there.
this has been our second take of
2015. We did it before the battery died, guys.
My battery died.
They didn't know that though, did they? God.